This podcast is sponsored by Renewal by Anderson of Central Pennsylvania. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Renewal by Anderson of Central Pennsylvania's Super Deal. The store's biggest dollar discount ever, the Super Deal saves you $450 for every window purchase and $900 on every patio and entry door. To learn more about this deal, visit rbacentralpadeals.com or call 717-727-7558. The Super Deal ends May 31st. A man involved in one of the largest fentanyl seizures the state has ever seen has been sentenced. Meanwhile, a senior prank forced a high school to close. A man who dumped over 500 pounds of pasta near a creek won't be charged, and this museum is something special. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. A man involved in one of the largest fentanyl seizures Pennsylvania has ever seen has been sentenced, reports CBS Local Pittsburgh. Dominique Taylor, who pleaded guilty to drug trafficking, gun possession, and money laundering, was sentenced to 12 to 24 years in prison after police seized over 14 kilograms of fentanyl on his property, as well as cocaine, drugs, and $545,000 in cash. For context, that fentanyl amount is about 700,000 individual doses. Says State Attorney General Michelle Henry of the case, quote, "This is one of the largest seizures of fentanyl we have had in Pennsylvania, and we hope this significant sentence sends a message to anyone peddling these poisons in our neighborhood." It's the end of the school year, which means for many students, senior pranking season, reports CBS Local Pittsburgh. And these seniors at Susquehanna High School in Harrisburg were a little bit too gung-ho with their own prank. School officials revealed that the location actually had to close last week because a few students vandalized the inside of the school with eggs, toilet paper, and silly string. The students weren't charged or anything like that, but they did have to clean it up. That guy who dumped over 500 pounds of pasta near a creek in New Jersey won't be facing any charges, states NJ.com via Lehigh Valley Live. In a story that hit even the international news circuit, a man from Middlesex County was caught leaving the pasta in the location, cleaning it out of his mother's house after she had passed away. Residents noticed the food piling up, and the man was caught after cops investigated. Why he opted to dump the pasta instead of just throwing it away remains a mystery. Travel publication Travel Lemming recently published a list titled, quote, "The 150 Best Things to Do in the USA This Summer," begins PennLive. And one of those things is dropping by the Barnes Foundation Museum in Philadelphia. According to the site, the Barnes Foundation, quote, "stands out as something special. The location boasts items from artists from Cezanne to Picasso to Rousseau and hosts plenty of activities for the season. To learn more about it for a potential visit, click on the link in the related podcast article." Welcome back from the long weekend, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed. For even more news, be sure to visit PennLive.com. Also, please don't forget to leave this podcast a rating and maybe even a review, just so we know what you think. Thanks ahead of time, and of course, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll be back again tomorrow for another round of Today in PA. This podcast is sponsored by Renewal by Anderson of Central Pennsylvania. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Renewal by Anderson of Central Pennsylvania's Super Deal. The store's biggest dollar discount ever, the Super Deal saves you $450 for every window purchase and $900 on every patio and entry door. To learn more about this deal, visit rbacentralpadeals.com or call 717-727-7558. The Super Deal ends May 31st.